So, good morning, students. Uh, Here, we shall see the syllabus first. If I was the student, how my study plan would be, which chapter I would start, and then what is the flow of my study and all. Uh, I will just brief you. Okay, what I would have done if that is the case. Okay. So you can observe that module 1, simple stresses and strain. Module 2, compound stresses, thick and thin cylinders. Next, in third module, you will have shear force and bending moments in beams, bending and shear force in fourth module, bending and shear stresses in beams. Next, torsion in circular shaft. In the fifth module, you will have deflection of beams and then columns and struts. So these are the topics we have. So according to me, I would start from module number 3. Okay. So I would start my study from module number 3, that is shear force and bending moment diagrams in beams, and then I would move on to module number 1, simple stresses and strains, and then I would move on to uh, bending and shear stresses in beams, that is module number 4, uh, and torsion in circular shaft. Along with that, module number 5, deflection of beams, columns, and struts. And then at the last, I would move on to this module number 2, compound stresses and thick and thin cylinders. My second plan B would be something what is mixed up. Okay, uh, I would use a mixed up plan. Here, I would take shear force and bending moment for the first chapter. Second chapter, I would take again model number 1. Third chapter, I will take thin and thick cylinders. Instead of going for compound stresses, I would go for uh, thin and thick cylinders and then directly skip and move on to the fourth module. In that, uh, I will read bending and shear stresses in beams and torsion in circular shaft. After torsion in circular shaft, I will go on to study columns and struts and then deflection of beam. At the last, I will come to compound stresses. Uh, so this would be my flow of study. Even though your flow of study is given model 1 2 3 4 5, I would plan like that. So this is my two plans what I have uh, to study. So at the beginning, the basically what we will be doing is I would start from model number 3 and then move on to module 1, uh, then module 4 5 and then module 2. So I would take module 2 at the last. So in that thick and thin cylinders, I would prefer first and then compound stresses. See, it would be a continuation of simple stresses and strain. What is going to be the compound stresses? See, what happens is uh, most of the time you need more time to cover this topic, or that is simple stresses and strain and compound stresses. You will require more time to cover this syllabus. Okay, so if you have 5 days of time, you would have spent 3 days to complete only two modules. Okay, your plan would be to complete one module each day, but you have not planned properly that the syllabus is vast in module 1 and 2. You would end up finishing only two modules after 3 days. Then you would be in a stress. So in 2 days, will I be able to complete three more modules? Then what you would do? You would go on just skipping the practice book work and just you would take the reading. So mathematics also you will read. So that is the step you would take if you had only 2 days to cover three modules. So that is why my suggestion is the book work needs to be done where in module number 3, 4, and 5. In module 1 and 2, bookwork is there, more of a conceptual one. So you will spend more time learning the concepts rather than solving the problems here in model 1 and 2. Okay, so that is why what I prefer is directly move on to solving the problems. You would need ample amount of time to practice all these modules. Okay, very 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 high time. That means you have to give more time to this subject to practice. So only if you practice more than 10 times, then only you will get thorough with the subject. If you are planning to get 100 out of 100, then you would be studying 3 months. So that is how this subject will be. Okay. So I'm not scaring you. Okay. There is nothing to be scared about. If you go and follow systematic steps, what I have given the plan for you right now. If you follow like that, it would be easier for you because you will be having choices in modules, right? So in those choices, if you cover module number 3, 4, and 5, you would definitely attend 3 questions, and then simple stresses and strain, you will definitely attend 1 question. In this compound stresses and thick and thin cylinders, you would definitely get 1 question from thick and thin cylinders. uh, Again, you are in a very good position to attend 5 questions. Okay. Um, See, to score 100 out of 100, well, you only need to attend 5 questions, not 10 questions. Okay. Don't think that covering all the syllabus will fetch you 100 marks. Here, your approach should be so that for the examination purpose, I'm saying. Okay. Uh, when you are near to the examination and you need to study for the examination, at this point of time, I believe in the third semester, I believe these suggestions would help you. Okay. All the other semester students will do like that only. They will study only the important topics, the most of the topics where they can attend only 5 questions, which is what required, right? So they will prepare for 5 to 6 questions and then they will attend 5 questions. So that is how you will save time and give more time to the topics what you have taken. See, suppose you have 10 hours of time. If you want to study 10 questions, you will have to give one hour for each and every question, right? But you are required to answer only 5. So what I am suggesting is you prepare for 5 questions by giving 2 hours of time for each questions. So you will be understanding and you will be very precise. Instead of going for all the syllabus, you get thorough with 5 questions. Okay, by giving more time. So it is somewhat, up to some extent, it is difficult to prepare exactly, perfectly for 5 questions. But what I am suggesting is you prepare for 6 questions. One or the other questions you will be having a what you call a choice in the examination. See, most of the time we would hear that you have to prepare for all the modules and then you will have the choices whichever you wanted to attend. So here for studying also you don't have any choice. What I am suggesting is I am suggesting you the flow of study. So if when you study module 1, module 3 first and then module 1 and then module 4, then module 5 and then module 2, you would cover 3 modules in 2 days. So in 2 to 3 days, in 3 days you will cover 3 modules. Later, the difficult parts are uh, the more of a theoretical part at the end. So most of the students, what they do is they start with theory first. So if you start with theory first, you will take more time to study theory rather than solving the problem. So, in an hour of study, you would hardly read around 4 to 5 pages in a textbook if it is a theory. But if you solve the problems in that same 1 hour of time, you will solve around say 4 to 5 problems. So those 5 problems worth 10 marks. So you would be preparing for 50 marks. So by solving five different things. So if you solve 5 things for one particular problem. So, if you get any variation in that particular problem, you would definitely get the 10 marks. Okay. The 10 marks question ನ ಒಂದೇ ಟಾಪಿಕ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ 5 ಅಥವಾ 10 ಪ್ರಾಬ್ಲಮ್ ನ ಸಾಲ್ವ್ ಮಾಡಿದ್ರೆ ನಿಮಗೆ ಡೆಫಿನೆಟ್ ಆಗಿ ಅದು ಒಂದು ಪ್ರಾಬ್ಲಮ್ನ ಗ್ಯಾರಂಟಿ ಅಟೆಂಡ್ ಮಾಡಲೇಬಹುದು. ಆದ್ರೆ ಥಿಯರಿಲಿ ಹಾಗಲ್ಲ. ಥಿಯರಿಲಿ ಕೆಲವೊಂದು ಪಾರ್ಟ್ನ ಕೇಳಿದ್ರು ಕೇಳ್ಬೋದು, ಕೇಳದೇನೂ ಇರ್ಬೋದು. So that is how it goes. Okay. So understanding the concept is very, very important. That is the theory part, the understanding the concept, that study part goes when you attend the classes. Okay. For studying for the examination, what I suggest is you go for problematic. So problems na solve ಮಾಡ್ಕೊಂಡು ಹೋಗಿ and then you go for what theory part. So theory part ಅಲ್ಲಿ important questions ಯಾವ್ದಾದ್ರೆ question papers ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಅದಷ್ಟನ್ನು ಓದ್ಕೊಂಡ್ರೆ it would be helpful for you. Okay. So these are the 5 modules what you have. Uh, in the first module, how your study should be is you have to note down the important equations. With the help of those important equations, you straight away start solving the problems. Okay. You have to understand what those parameters mean. Okay. So for example, so stress, you have stress is equal to load by sectional area. This formula you write it down. Okay. Next, strain is equal to change in length by original length. You write this down. Okay. Next, Hooke's law. What does this say? This is stress is directly proportional to strain. That means uh, E is equal to stress by strain. So that is there. So E is equal to stress by strain. Stress is P by A. Strain is change in length by original length, delta L by L. So your E value will be PL by A delta E, delta L. Okay. So this is the formula you will need. You write the third formula. Next, these are all theory part. So these are all theory part. Then you write down this formula, factor of safety, yield stress by allowable working stress. Next, uh, you leave this. All these things are for understanding purpose. Okay. So again, strain is equal to delta L by L, delta L by L. All those things are there. So lateral strain and all are there. Then Poisson's ratio. What is Poisson's ratio? Uh, Poisson's ratio is lateral strain by longitudinal strain. You note down this formula. Which formula? Note down this formula. So after noting all these formulas, we shall directly go on to solving the problems. So what I insist you to do right now is take your book and pen, start writing. So module number 1. So as per my suggestion, I had planned to study from module number 3, but in module number 1, I will start with few concepts. Then if you go to module number 3, then it would be very helpful for you. Okay. So take this formula. Stress is equal to load by sectional area. Stress is equal to load by sectional area. Written. Next, second formula. Strain is equal to change in length divided by original length. You also note the notations. Strain is equal to change in length divided by original length. Noted? Next, you write E is equal to, that is,
ನಾನಾಗಿ ಮಾಡ್ಬೋದು.
hello? Hello? Yes, write down this equation, modulus of elasticity, and it is also called as Young's modulus. Both are same. Young's modulus ಅಂತನಾರು ಕರಿಬೋದು, modulus of elasticity ಅಂತನಾರು ಕರಿಬೋದು. E is equal to stress by strain, that is sigma by epsilon. And further, that equation will be written as PL by A delta L. PL by A delta L. Okay, write this equation. So 3 equations done. Next, you note down Poisson's ratio equation. Okay, you write this factor of safety. Factor of safety is equal to yield stress divided by allowable working stress. Factor of safety is equal to yield stress divided by allowable working stress. Next, Poisson's ratio formula. Poisson's ratio. Poisson's ratio. Poisson's ratio nu is equal to lateral strain by longitudinal strain. Ratio of lateral and longitudinal strain. Ratio of nu is equal to lateral strain by longitudinal strain. Write this formula. Okay. Next, we shall directly move on to solving some problems. Okay. So observe this. This is example number 1. So you have noted all the equations. You know what are all the equations to be used. From that equation, you would know what are the data given in the question and what are the data to be calculated to find out the uh, final result. Okay. So final result determine the changes in length and sides of the bar. So change in length we have to calculate. That means delta L we have to calculate. Okay. So delta L ಅಂತಂದ್ರೇನು? Strain is equal to change in length by original length. Change in length ಬೇಕಾದ್ರೆ cross multiply ಮಾಡಿ strain into original length. So we'll give you change in length. So like that. You have to analyze the problem at the beginning itself. So bar of a rectangular section 20 by 30, 20 by 30, 20 under horizontal direction, 30 andre vertical direction 30 and a length of 500 mm is subjected to an axial compressive load of 60 kilonewton. What does this mean? This is having a length of, say this is the length, so the cross section, longitudinal section, 500 mm. Okay. Next, compressive force is given. What they have given? They have given the compressive force. So from this side, compression. From the other side is again compression. Like this. So like this it would be. So this value of this compression load is 60 kilonewton. 60 kilonewton. 60 kilonewton. Whatever. Okay. So this is the given problem. So E value is given, value of E. E andreno, Young's modulus. Nu is given, nu is Poisson's ratio. Determine the changes in length. So E, if it is E is given, stress by strain value is given, right? Nu is given means lateral strain by longitudinal strain is given. So what you need to calculate here is lateral strain and longitudinal strain. The ratio is already given in the question. Okay. So let us see how the steps continue. Since the bar is subjected to compression, there will be decrease in length, increase in breadth and depth. These are computed as shown below. So obviously, this is compressive force. The length will decrease, lateral dimensions will increase. Okay. So all the given data are written down first, and you have to convert the units from kilonewton to newton and meter to mm. So that should be your uh, uh, goal after converting the units. You have to convert the units from newton, kilonewton to newtons. So you have to keep the units in newton and mm, not in kilonewton and meter. So kilonewton and meter are the combination. Newton and mm are the combination. Since it is just 30 mm and 20 mm, you cannot write it in terms of meters. So it will be 0.03, it will be 0.03 meter above the 30 mm. So it is better that you keep it in mm and Newton. Otherwise, you would take it in meters and kilonewton. So that is the combination of units. You remember this point. Whenever you are required to convert the units, you need to be very, very careful. So you should not substitute the values of kilonewton and mm. So ಇಲ್ಲೇನ ಕಿಲೋನ್ಯೂಟನ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಕೊಟ್ಟಿದ್ದಾರೆ ಮತ್ತೆ ಎಮ್ ಎಮ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಕೊಟ್ಟಿದ್ದಾರೆ ಅದನ್ನ ಏನು ಮಾಡಬೇಕು ನಾವು ಕನ್ವರ್ಟ್ ಮಾಡ್ತೀವಿ ಈನು ಅಷ್ಟೇ ಕಿಲೋನ್ಯೂಟನ್ ಪರ್ ಎಮ್ ಎಮ್ ಸ್ಕ್ವೇರ್ ಇದು ಕರೆಕ್ಟ್ ಕಾಂಬಿನೇಷನ್ ಅಲ್ಲ ಸೊ ಇಂಟು 10⁻³ ಮಾಡ್ಕೊಳ್ಳಿ ಸೊ 102.0 ನ್ಯೂಟನ್ ಪರ್ ಎಮ್ ಸ್ಕ್ವೇರ್ ಕನ್ವರ್ಟ್ ಮಾಡ್ಕೊಬೇಕು ದಿಸ್ ಇಸ್ ಆಲ್ ಆ್ಯಂಡ್ ಒನ್ ಮೋರ್ ಥಿಂಗ್ ಸ್ಟ್ರೆಸ್ದು ಏನಪ್ಪ ಯೂನಿಟ್ ಅಂದರೆ ನ್ಯೂಟನ್ ಪರ್ ಎಮ್ ಎಮ್ ಸ್ಕ್ವೇರ್ ಸ್ಟ್ರೆಸ್ ಯೂನಿಟ್ ಇಸ್ ನ್ಯೂಟನ್ ಪರ್ ಎಮ್ ಎಮ್ ಸ್ಕ್ವೇರ್ ಸ್ಟ್ರೈನ್ ಯೂನಿಟ್ ಏನೂ ಇರಲ್ಲ ಸ್ಟ್ರೈನ್ಗೆ ಯೂನಿಟ್ ಇಲ್ಲ ಓಕೆ ಸ್ಟ್ರೈನ್ ಡಸ್ ನಾಟ್ ಹ್ಯಾವ್ ಯೂನಿಟ್ ಸೊ ಕ್ರಾಸ್ ಸೆಕ್ಷನಲ್ ಏರಿಯಾ ಅಂದ್ರೇನು ಎಮ್ ಎಮ್ ಸ್ಕ್ವೇರ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿರುತ್ತೆ ಏರಿಯಾ ಚೇಂಜ್ ಇನ್ ಲೆಂತ್ ಅಂದ್ರೇನು ಲೆಂತ್ ಎಮ್ ಎಮ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿರುತ್ತೆ ಸೊ ದೀಸ್ ಆರ್ ದಿ ಯೂನಿಟ್ಸ್ ಕಾಂಬಿನೇಷನ್ ಯು ಹ್ಯಾವ್ ಟು ಯೂಸ್ ಫಾರ್ ಸಾಲ್ವಿಂಗ್ ಎನಿ ಪ್ರಾಬ್ಲಮ್ ಇನ್ ದಿಸ್ ಸಬ್ಜೆಕ್ಟ್ ಓಕೆ cross sectional area you have to calculate. Why you need cross sectional area? To calculate the stress. So E is given, stress and strain you have to calculate. So if you calculate the stress, you are free to calculate the strain, right? So that is why I'm calculating stress. Stress is simple formula, load by area, P by A. Stress is equal to load by P by A. So I don't know A. What is that A? A is cross-sectional area, 20 into 30. Okay, so that is 600 mm square. Next, substitute that in stress sigma is equal to P by A. P is 60 kilonewton. 60 into 10 power 3 divided by 600, it will be 100 Newton per mm square. So stress value is Newton per 100 Newton per mm square. So that is the stress what you have got. So here you are seeing it as longitudinal strain and lateral strain. Longitudinal strain is nothing but the strain or the change in length along the length of the member. Lateral strain means uh, change in cross section, change in dimension of the cross section. So ಏನಂದ್ರೆ thickness ಕಡಿಮೆ ಆಗ್ತಾ ಹೋಗುತ್ತೆ ಅಷ್ಟೇ. E is equal to stress by strain ಆ ಫಾರ್ಮುಲಾ ಗೊತ್ತು ಅದು ಯಂಗ್ಸ್ ಮಾಡ್ಯುಲಸ್. ಸೊ ಅದೇ ಫಾರ್ಮುಲಾನ ಕ್ರಾಸ್ ಮಲ್ಟಿಪ್ಲೈ ಮಾಡ್ಕೊಳ್ಳೋಣ. ಸ್ಟ್ರೈನ್ ಇಸ್ ಈಕ್ವಲ್ ಟು ಸ್ಟ್ರೆಸ್ ಬೈ ಇ ಎಪ್ಸಿಲಾನ್ ಇ ಅಂದ್ರೇನು ಯಂಗ್ಸ್ ಮಾಡ್ಯುಲಸ್. ಸೊ ಅದೇನು ಇ ಕೊಟ್ಟಿದ್ದಾರೆ ಕ್ವಶನ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ. ಸೊ 100 by 102,000 it will be 0.00098 will be the longitudinal strain without unit. Strain doesn't have any unit. Next, you have to calculate the lateral strain. How to calculate the lateral strain? In the question, they have given the Poisson's ratio. What is the Poisson's ratio formula? Lateral strain by longitudinal strain. Poisson's ratio formula value is given 0.34 in the question. So I will cross multiply. What is unknown is lateral strain. So lateral strain, I will keep it on the left hand side and cross multiply. So Poisson's ratio into longitudinal strain. That is what we have calculated here. So here we have to calculate. ಆಯಿತು ಇಲ್ಲಿದೆ ನಾನು lateral strain is equal to Poisson's ratio into longitudinal strain. You will get lateral strain value 0.0003. So here these are all strain, and then at the end what you need to calculate is change in length, change in breadth, change in depth. So this, since this is a rectangular bar, okay, so it is in 3 dimensions: length, breadth ಮತ್ತೆ height ಅಥವಾ depth ಅಂತ ಹೇಳ್ತೀವಿ. ಲೆಂತ್, ಬ್ರೆಡ್ತ್ ಮತ್ತೆ ಡೆಪ್ತ್ 3 ಡೈಮೆನ್ಷನ್ ಇರುತ್ತೆ. ಆ 3 ಡೈಮೆನ್ಷನ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಏನೇನು ಚೇಂಜಸ್ ಬಂತು, ಪಾಸಿಟಿವ್ ಚೇಂಜಸ್, ನೆಗೆಟಿವ್ ಚೇಂಜಸ್. ಸೊ ದಟ್ is understood by the question. ಏನು ಕ್ವಶನ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಏನು ಅಬ್ಸರ್ವ್ ಮಾಡಿದ್ವಿ, ಕಂಪ್ರೆಸಿವ್ ಲೋಡ್ ಅಂತಂದ್ರೆ ಲೆಂತ್ ಕಡಿಮೆ ಆಗುತ್ತೆ, ಬ್ರೆಡ್ತ್ ಮತ್ತೆ ಡೆಪ್ತ್ ಜಾಸ್ತಿ ಆಗುತ್ತೆ. ಸೊ ಚೇಂಜ್ ಇನ್ ಲೆಂತ್, ಸೊ strain is equal to change in length by original length. So this is the formula. So for breadth also, breadth andre strain in lateral dimension would be change in breadth ಅಂದ್ರೆ L ಜಾಗದಲ್ಲಿ ಏನಾಗುತ್ತೆ B ಆಗುತ್ತೆ divided by original breadth. Okay, ಆಮೇಲೆ ಹಂಗೆ similarly change in depth divided by original depth. So this would be the strain in their particular directions. So that is what we have done. So cross multiplying, strain is equal to change in length by original length. Change in length is equal to strain into original length. So that is 0.49 mm decrease in length. Okay, change in breadth, lateral dimension, that is lateral strain, what you have calculated here. ಇಲ್ಲೇನು ಕ್ಯಾಲ್ಕುಲೇಟ್ ಮಾಡ್ಕೊಂಡಿದ್ರಿ ಇದು lateral strain into lateral breadth. breadth ಅಂದ್ರೆ width of the bar, ಬಾರ್ ಅಥವಾ ಬೀಮ್ ಅಂತ ಕರಿತೀವಿ. ಸೊ 20, ಸೊ ಅದಕ್ಕೆ 0.0066 mm. ಸೊ lateral strain, ಅಗೇನ್ lateral strain ಸೇಮ್ ವ್ಯಾಲ್ಯೂ. ಡೆಪ್ತ್ ಅಂದರೆ ಹೈಟ್ ಆಫ್ ದಿ ಬಾರ್ ಎಷ್ಟಿದೆ, 0.0099 mm. ಸೊ ದಿಸ್ ಈಸ್ ಹೌ ಯು ಹ್ಯಾವ್ ಟು ಡೆಡ್ಯೂಸ್ ದಿ ಪ್ರಾಬ್ಲಮ್. So whatever the formulas you have written, in that formula itself, in those formulas itself, you are just cross multiplying here and there. Okay, so you are choosing whichever the formula is required for solving, for getting the final result. So that is how you have to deduce the problem. So if you know all these formulas, important formulas, you can solve any number of problems which is similar to this kind. So this is one bar. Next one, it will be 2 or 3 bars connected. Okay, here 3 bars are connected. This I had given this for your first internals, right? So this is also change in, so this is a circular cross section. Circular cross section is it is having. Yeah. Then after that tapering bar and all are there, which is in depth study. So first ಆ ಸ್ಟೆಪ್ಸ್ ಎಲ್ಲ ಅರ್ಥ ಮಾಡ್ಕೊಂಡ್ಮೇಲೆ ಇದೆರಡು ಡಿರೈವೇಶನ್ ಬರುತ್ತೆ ಫಸ್ಟ್ ಮಾಡ್ಯೂಲಲ್ಲಿ ಯಾವುದು ಸರ್ಕ್ಯುಲರ್ ಟೇಪರಿಂಗ್ ಬಾರ್ ಆಮೇಲೆ ರೆಕ್ಟ್ಯಾಂಗ್ಯುಲರ್ ಟೇಪರಿಂಗ್ ಬಾರ್ ಎರಡು ಡಿರೈವೇಶನ್ ಬರುತ್ತೆ. ಅದ್ರ ಮೇಲೆ ಒಂದಷ್ಟು ಪ್ರಾಬ್ಲಮ್ಸ್ ಬರುತ್ತೆ. ಆಮೇಲೆ ಇಲಾಂಗೇಷನ್ ಹಂಗೆ ಚೇಂಜ್ ಇನ್ ಲೆಂತೆ ಆದರೆ ಸ್ವಲ್ಪ ಮಾಡಿಫೈ ಆಗಿರುತ್ತೆ. ಅದೇನೇನು ಚೇಂಜಸ್ ಅನ್ನೋದು ನೋಡ್ಕೊಳ್ಬೇಕಷ್ಟೆ. ಅರ್ಥ ಮಾಡ್ಕೊಳ್ತಾ ಹೋದರೆ ವೆರಿ ವೆರಿ ಸಿಂಪಲ್. ಸೊ ಅದಕ್ಕೆ ಹೇಳಿದ್ದು ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಥಿಯರಿಗಳು ಜಾಸ್ತಿ ಇದೆ ಫಸ್ಟ್ ಮಾಡ್ಯೂಲಲ್ಲಿ. ಅದಕ್ಕೆ ಫಸ್ಟ್ ಮಾಡ್ಯೂಲ್ ಓದ್ತಾ ಕೂತ್ಕೊಂಡ್ರೆ ನಿಮಗೆ ಎರಡು ದಿವಸ ಕಳೆದೋಗುತ್ತೆ. ಸೆಕೆಂಡ್ ಮಾಡ್ಯೂಲ್ ಓದ್ತಾ ಕೂತ್ಕೊಂಡ್ರೆ ಅದಕ್ಕೆ 2 ದಿವಸ ಕಳೆದೋಗುತ್ತೆ. ಅಯ್ಯೋ ಇನ್ನು ಒಂದೇ ದಿನ ಇದೆ 4 ಮಾಡ್ಯೂಲ್ ಓದೋಕ್ಕಾಗತ್ತೆ, ಇನ್ನು 3 ಮಾಡ್ಯೂಲ್ ಓದೋಕ್ಕಾಗತ್ತಾ ಅಂತ ಟೆನ್ಷನ್ ಮಾಡ್ಕೊಂಡು ಕೂತ್ಕೋತೀವಿ. ಸೊ ಅದಕ್ಕೆ ಹೇಳಿದ್ದು ಮಾಡ್ಯೂಲ್ ನಂಬರ್ 3 ಫಸ್ಟ್ ಸಾಲ್ವ್ ಮಾಡಿ, ಆಮೇಲೆ ಮಾಡ್ಯೂಲ್ ನಂಬರ್ 1 ಸಿಂಪಲ್, ಅದಕ್ಕೆ ಮಾಡಲೇಬೇಕು, ಥಿಯರಿ ಇರುತ್ತೆ, ಪಾಸಿಂಗ್ಗೆ ತುಂಬ ಹೆಲ್ಪ್ ಮಾಡುತ್ತೆ. ಓಕೆ, ಸೊ ಮಾಡ್ಯೂಲ್ ನಂಬರ್ 1ನ ಕಲ್ತ್ಕೊಳ್ಳಿ. ನೆಕ್ಸ್ಟ್ ಮಾಡ್ಯೂಲ್ 4ಗೆ ಹೋಗಿ, ಮಾಡ್ಯೂಲ್ 5ಗೆ ಹೋಗಿ, ಆಮೇಲೆ ಮಾಡ್ಯೂಲ್ 2ಗೆ ಬನ್ನಿ, ಅಥವಾ ಮಾಡ್ಯೂಲ್ 4ಗೆ ಹೋಗಿ ಮಾಡ್ಯೂಲ್ 2ಗೆ ಬಂದು ಆಮೇಲೆ ಮಾಡ್ಯೂಲ್ 5ಗೆ ಹೋಗಿ, ವಿಚ್ ಎವರ್ ಈಸ್ ಮೋರ್ ಕನ್ವೀನಿಯಂಟ್ ಫಾರ್ ಯು. ಸೊ ಟೆಂಪ್ರೇಚರ್ ಸ್ಟ್ರೆಸ್ಸಸ್ಸು, ಆ ಸ್ಟ್ರೆಸ್ಸು ಈ ಸ್ಟ್ರೆಸ್ ಅಂತೆಲ್ಲ ಇದೆ. ಇವಾಗ ಅದಕ್ಕೆ ಹೇಳಿದ್ದು ಫಸ್ಟ್ ಮಾಡ್ಯೂಲಲ್ಲಿ ತುಂಬ ಕಾನ್ಸೆಪ್ಟ್ಸ್ ಇದೆ, ಕಾನ್ಸೆಪ್ಟ್ಸ್ಗಳು ಜಾಸ್ತಿ ಫಸ್ಟ್ ಮಾಡ್ಯೂಲಲ್ಲಿ. ಸೊ ಇದೆಲ್ಲ ಓದ್ತಾ ಹೋದರೆ ಅದಕ್ಕೆ 2 ದಿನ ಕಳೆದೋಗಿರುತ್ತೆ. ನಿಮಗೆ ಇನ್ನು ಅಂದರೆ ಸಿಲೆಬಸ್ ಕವರ್ ಮಾಡಿದ್ದೀನಿ ಅನ್ನೋ ಫೀಲಿಂಗೇ ಬರೋಲ್ಲ. ಅದಕ್ಕೋಸ್ಕರ ಮೈ ಸಜೆಷನ್ ಇಸ್ ಯು ಗೋ ಫಾರ್ ಥರ್ಡ್ ಮಾಡ್ಯೂಲ್ ಅಟ್ ದಿ ಬಿಗಿನಿಂಗ್ ಆ್ಯಂಡ್ ದೆನ್ ವಿ ಶಾಲ್ ಮೂವ್ ಆನ್ ಟು ಅದರ್ ಮಾಡ್ಯೂಲ್ಸ್. ಸೊ this is just an initiation for your revision. So hope it was helpful. The important thing I have to say, all of you should and must listen to this. When you come back to the college on Monday, your very first job is to collect the library books. If you have not paid the fees, you will not get the, maybe you will not get the library books. I'm not sure about it. Make sure that you clear your fees, collect the library books and start studying. So this is the time when you get started with the study. So third internals ಬರ್ತಾ ಇದೆ ಹತ್ರದಲ್ಲಿ. ಸೊ ಥರ್ಡ್ ಇಂಟರ್ನಲ್ಸ್ ಬಂತು ಅಂದರೆ ಎಕ್ಸಾಮಿನೇಷನ್ಗೆ ಸ್ಟಡಿಯಿಂಗ್ ಸ್ಟಾರ್ಟ್ ಅಂತ ಲೆಕ್ಕ. ಸೊ ಥರ್ಡ್ ಇಂಟರ್ನಲ್ಸ್ ಆಗ್ತಿದ್ದಂಗೆ ಫಾಲೋಡ್ ಬೈ ಯು ವಿಲ್ ಗೆಟ್ ದಿ ಪ್ರಾಕ್ಟಿಕಲ್ಸ್ ಎಕ್ಸಾಮಿನೇಷನ್. ಲೇಟರ್ ಯು ವಿಲ್ ಬಿ ಹ್ಯಾವಿಂಗ್ ದಿ ಥಿಯರಿ ಎಕ್ಸಾಮ್ಸ್. ಸೊ ದೇರ್ ಇಸ್ ನೋ ಮಚ್ ಟೈಮ್ ಲೆಫ್ಟ್ ಔಟ್. You have to concentrate on other 5 subjects as well, and you will have 2 labs. So when you are coming down to college on Monday, first and foremost thing is you have to collect the textbooks. Okay, textbooks, what I am suggesting for this subject is, first you take the textbook which is very very important. See, if you are studying for only examination purpose, you take the author a name called Bhavikatti. Name is Strength of Materials. By S.S. Bhavikatti. Here, this is the textbook name. Very simple textbook, and you can even buy on your own. It will be helpful throughout your life. Okay, this is that kind of textbook. Okay, this is simple textbook. So Strength of Materials by S.S. Bhavikatti, where you refer for the examination purpose. You will have a few example problems also solved in this. Okay, if you want to study for GATE exams, other competitive exams, government exams and all, You go for some classical books, like, author called Ramamrutam. How to mention this? Author name is Ramamrutam. And one more, Punmiya is also there. This is another book, Punmiya. So these are all some standard books. It will uh, help you crack the ಕಾಂಪಿಟೇಟಿವ್ ಎಕ್ಸಾಮ್ಸ್ ಆ್ಯಂಡ್ ಮೇಕ್ ಯು ಕ್ಲಿಯರ್ ದಿ ಕಾನ್ಸೆಪ್ಟ್ಸ್. ಸೊ ಕಾನ್ಸೆಪ್ಟ್ಸ್ ತುಂಬ ಚೆನ್ನಾಗಿ ಅರ್ಥ ಆಗುತ್ತೆ ಈ ಥರ ಬುಕ್ಸಲ್ಲಿ. ಸೊ ಅಂದರೆ ತುಂಬ ದೊಡ್ಡ ದೊಡ್ಡ ಬುಕ್ಗಳಿದು, ಅದು ರಾಮಾಮೃತಮ್ ಮತ್ತು ಪೂರ್ಣಿಯಾ ಎಲ್ಲ. ಎಕ್ಸಾಮ್ ಹಿಂದ್ಲು ದಿನ ಕೂತ್ಕೊಂಡು ಓದೋಕ್ಕಾಗಲ್ಲ. ಓಕೆ, ಎಕ್ಸಾಮ್ ಹಿಂದ್ಲು ದಿನ ಕೂತ್ಕೊಂಡು ಓದಬೇಕು ಅಂತಂದರೆ ನೀವು ಎಸ್ ಎಸ್ ಬಾವಿಕಟ್ಟಿ ತಗೊಳ್ಳಿ. ಓಕೆ, ಸೊ ದೀಸ್ ಆರ್ ದಿ ಟೆಕ್ಸ್ಟ್ ಬುಕ್ಸ್ ವಾಟ್ ಐ ಆಮ್ ಸಜೆಸ್ಟಿಂಗ್. ಸೊ ಟೆಕ್ಸ್ಟ್ ಬುಕ್ ಈಸ್ ಎಸ್ ಎಸ್ ಬಾವಿಕಟ್ಟಿ. Reference books are Ramamrutam and Punniya. Even other author books are also there. Those books are also good, but this is what I am suggesting. According to your syllabus, there are few more textbooks which has been preferred from the VTU. So that is Basavarajaya. Next, see, you don't go for foreign authors. Their English will be very, very higher standard. You will not be able to understand. One more reference book is the Timoshenko. That is also very standard book and it is also good. But he is a foreign author. At this point of time, that is, you are in third semester of BE. At this point of time, it will be very difficult for you to understand their language. Next, R.K. Bansal. He writes the textbook of fluid mechanics. Okay, Bansal, you might have seen. And he's also written the textbook for strength of materials. Maybe it is good. I have not referred that. So, Ratan, Wazirani and Ratwani and all they have given. Wazirani and Ratwani, it is the publication of 1950. So your grandfathers, if they have done the engineering, they would be knowing the name of this Wazirani and Ratwani. So that much old this book is. Okay. What I am suggesting is what I have mentioned here. These textbooks, if you get, that would be enough for you, for your examination and for your competitive exams. So main focus here is to clear the third semester examination, right? Go for this Bhavikati textbook and study. Okay, so very simple book. It will be easier for you to understand. And also you refer my notes, whatever the notes I have shared with you in Google Drive, you follow. So that's it for today. So we'll meet on Monday, offline class. Okay. Thank you very much.